welcome. If you found your way here, then this reading is for you. First off, I'm hearing third time's a charm. Third time's a charm. So, Queen of Wands and Ten of Cups. Okay, so first off, I'm getting that you're extremely high value and you're extremely magical. So if you feel like, you know, you've been riding this ish alone for quite some time, maybe you have a cat, maybe you just, you know, maybe you connect with cats, maybe you vibe with cats, maybe you have kind of the vibe of a cat, where you are someone you like to spend time with people on your own terms, and you're very magical and you're very vital, because I feel like you've taken time to get to know yourself and also the secrets of life and life force and of the universe, and you actually put your magic to work. You know, you're somebody who is, I'm getting tapped into the spiritual realms and to your higher self, your infinite soul. So it's almost like you don't age the same way most people do, because you're plugged into the source. You're plugged into that God, goddess energy. And so I'm seeing that for you, like the whole, I've landed in my home with my people, whether it's my community, my lover, my kids, all these things, you might be on a different timeline than other people, because you were meant to develop your own magic and experience the fullness of your own power before that arrived in your life. Because if it did prior, you would not have been able to experience the initiation into your own magic and into your own epic nature that you have now. And you know, maybe you did experience this on some level, but not to the ultimate reflection of what is coming for you. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like the beginning of what is going to turn into your happily ever after, for lack of a better term, is going to be offered to you. I'm hearing on the other side of, or almost through the door of this eclipse that we're about to move through. So that doesn't mean it's going to happen on the eclipse, but it's almost as if like it could, but maybe it's like the energetic seed that's coming through. And that makes sense for the Queen of Wands too, because the Queen of Wands is very witchy and eclipses are extremely witchy. They're doorways. So it's giving me Hecate energy too. Maybe you connect with Hecate or other goddesses that deal with crossroads. Maybe you connect to crossroads, portals. Maybe you're somebody who even works with the quantum or some sort of spiritual mechanism to be able to move quickly from one timeline to another, to bring manifestations in quickly, to embody a new identity quickly. That's what I'm getting. And it's like you have shifted identity so much within your life up to this point that is why, like, you couldn't have been locked into a specific family system, at least, you know, the one that you're meant to kind of ride through the rest of this incarnation with, because you had to arrive into the fullness of you, and you're going to continue to transform. But I feel like you're meant to be with people who also transform and can, like, they don't hold you to a specific character, because it's not your character coming into relationship with their character. It's your infinite, magical, alchemical, ancient soul coming into communion with their ancient, magical, alchemical soul. And so that is the energy you connect on. You guys actually admire, whether this is community, friendships, or love relationships, you admire that about each other. What you actually admire about each other the most is that quality of continual growth, continual transformation, continual death and rebirth. Like that is what you love most about each other. So nobody is ever being asked to show up with the same identity, beliefs. It's a constant upswing. Like the through line is the alchemical power to shift quickly and to shift fast. Yeah. And so I see you've really, really, really been prepping and priming your vessel. Sorry, I'm kind of sweaty. It's very hot. And I'm drinking hot tea. And this AC is loud, so I'm not going to turn it on. You've been prepping and priming your vessel to walk, to get, like, shed the final, not the final, you know, these are all just words. You've been prepping and priming your vessel for this, like, massive final shedding and rebirth into this, like, new energy. And I feel like it's so silly to even put it into words, because I feel like you've already transformed so much, changed so much. You will continually do so always, like I was saying. But there's something about these eclipses where there's like a whew, and this is timeless, so whenever you're fighting this, there's something about the energy that you're in right now where, yeah, you're like, that old skin is being flicked off and you're not even doing it. It's like the eclipse portal that is doing it for you, but you have made yourself the fit vessel to walk through that doorway, to walk through that doorway. It's almost as if, like, that door is here no matter what, because it's an eclipse. Everybody in, you know, the world is going to go through it. But it's as if the doorway behaves based upon who you show up to it. And it's almost like your soul knew without you even knowing on a conscious level to start doing things to prepare yourself to have the most massive slipstream transformation moving through it. And so you've been doing things without even knowing that you're doing them. You've been doing them intuitively. So maybe you've been upping your spiritual practices. Maybe you had some big life shifts that happened within the past couple of months. Maybe you've been spending more time by yourself. Maybe you've been cleaning up your diet. All these things, they are no accident. It's because the witchiest, most ancient, most magical part of you, some sort of energy protecting you and guiding you, has been leading you to be primed and prepared to walk through this portal and receive what is going to be a lot of happiness and fulfillment for you. A lot of love, a lot of happiness, a lot of fulfillment, and a gift. It's truly a gift from the divine. Gold coins, rainbows. For some of you, it most definitely is love, Knight of Cups. So let's see if we have any final messages for you. What does this collective need to know? In my mind, I was like, any advice, meditate, rest. You know, if you feel inspired to take action, especially in the realms of what you're, and especially in the realms of like giving or creating things that offer value to this world, your service, your soul service, take action in those areas if you feel inspired. But other than that, rest, tune in, tap in, especially on the day of the eclipse if you're seeing this video around the eclipse. But if not, just ignore. Meditate, rest. I'm here also spiritual baths. Yeah. And then 8 of Swords reversed. Final like a mental liberation. And the only reason I'm saying final is because I feel like you already are you've already freed yourself so much. And so there's something about like, you might not even feel this final layer even still being on you. And that's great because it's not bothering you. But when it is cast off, you're gonna be like, dang, so lucid, so clear. Yeah, like I said, so you don't see it, you don't feel it. 2 of Swords in the Moon. But death, that is literally ultimate transformation. Ultimate transformation. And you know what's interesting is I said you're gonna feel so lucid. Death, like death isn't even what it's been made out to be, because energy is never created, only changed in form. So when we actually die, you know, they say it's more like you're more like waking up rather than, you know, it's not eternal blackness. It's like waking up. And so we go through many deaths and rebirths in this lifetime, and it's very beautiful and very positive because it is like feeling born again, renewed. And the thing about death is that you don't, like when you wake up, it's like the vibe of it's funny because you didn't even, it felt so real. You know, you didn't even know you needed to die to wake up. And that is the energy of what I was saying, is you don't feel, because you feel so much better than you even used to feel, so much more free than you used to feel, you don't even realize how much more free you can feel. So when you wake up, that lucidity is gonna be like something you've never experienced before. Judgment. Literally the people awakening, it's people awakening from their graves, raising from the graves, because the angel is calling, because the heavens bid you through the door to a greater level of consciousness. That's literally what an eclipse does. It, beyond you, pulls you into a new level, but it's through a release, especially with the lunar eclipse. That's a release, that's a death. And Four of Cups, like I said, you really don't see it coming, or you can't feel what it is, because it's a new level of consciousness, but the divine is bringing it in for you. So not much to do except for meditate. And as I say that, temperance, balance, harmony, alchemy. Your angels are with you. Your angels are guiding you through this portal. I'm hearing it's been carefully crafted with your higher self as well. A very, very angelic rebirth. Good job. But you're really going to get yours in this physical reality. A lot of happiness. A lot of joy. Pure joy. Pure joy. Okay. There's more and it's all good, but that's all I'm supposed to tell you. Much love, beautiful soul. Many blessings. I'll catch you on the next one.